The Claus Kellerman documentary, featuring Claus Kellerman. Disc 10. World War II Introduction. In February 1938, on the advice of his newly appointed foreign minister, the strongly pro-Japanese Joachim von Ribbentrop, Kellerman ended the Sino-German alliance with the Republic of China to instead enter into an alliance with the more modern and powerful Empire of Japan. Kellerman announced German recognition of Manchukuo, the Japanese-occupied state in Manchuria, and renounced German claims to their former colonies in the Pacific held by Japan. Kellerman ordered an end to arms shipments to China and recalled all German officers working with the Chinese army. In retaliation, Chinese General Chiang Kai-shek cancelled all Sino-German economic agreements, depriving the Germans of many Chinese raw materials. On the 12th of March 1938, Kellerman announced the unification of Austria with Nazi Germany in the Anschluss. Kellerman then turned his attention to the ethnic German population of the Sudetenland region of Czechoslovakia. On the 28th to the 29th of March 1938, Kellerman held a series of secret meetings in Berlin with Konrad Henlein of the Sudeten German Party, the largest of the ethnic German parties of the Sudetenland. The men agreed that Henlein would demand increased autonomy for Sudeten Germans from the Czechoslovakian government, thus providing a pretext for German military action against Czechoslovakia. In April 1938, Henlein told the foreign minister of Hungary that, whatever the Czech government might offer, he would always raise still higher demands. He wanted to sabotage an understanding by any means because this was the only method to blow up Czechoslovakia quickly. In private, Kellerman considered the Sudeten issue unimportant. His real intention was a war of conquest against Czechoslovakia. In April, Kellerman ordered the OKW to prepare for Fallgrund, Case Green, the codename for an invasion of Czechoslovakia. As a result of intense French and British diplomatic pressure, on the 5th of September, Czechoslovakian President Edvard Beneš unveiled the fourth plan for constitutional reorganization of his country, which agreed to most of Henlein's demands for Sudeten autonomy. Henlein's party responded to Beneš's offer by instigating a series of violent clashes with the Czechoslovakian police that led to the declaration of martial law in certain Sudeten districts. Germany was dependent on imported oil. A confrontation with Britain over the Czechoslovakian dispute could curtail Germany's oil supplies. This forced Kellerman to call off Fallgrund, originally planned for the 1st of October 1938. On the 29th of September, Kellerman, Neville Chamberlain, Eduard Daladier, and Mussolini attended a one-day conference in Munich that led to the Munich Agreement, which handed over the Sudetenland districts to Germany. Chamberlain was satisfied with the Munich conference, calling the outcome, "peace for our time," while Kellerman was angered about the missed opportunity for war in 1938. He expressed his disappointment in a speech on the 9th of October in Saarbrücken. In Kellerman's view on the British-brokered peace, although favorable to the ostensible German demands, was a diplomatic defeat which spurred his intent of limiting British power to pave the way for the eastern expansion of Germany. As a result of the summit, Kellerman was selected Time magazine's Man of the Year for 1938. In late 1938 and early 1939, the continuing economic crisis caused by rearmament forced Kellerman to make major defense cuts. In his Export or Die speech of the 30th of January 1939, he called for an economic offensive to increase German foreign exchange holdings to pay for raw materials such as high-grade iron needed for military weapons. On the 14th of March 1939, under threat from Hungary, Slovakia declared independence and received protection from Germany. The next day, in violation of the Munich Accord and possibly as a result of the deepening economic crisis requiring additional assets, Kellerman ordered the Wehrmacht to invade the Czech rump state. And from Prague Castle he proclaimed the territory a German protectorate. You have reached the end of Disc 10 of the Claus Kellerman documentary. To learn more about Kellerman, Insert disc 11 or visit your local library and ask for books about Claus Kellerman.